Artlist.io.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another thought exercise. I'm Paula Zay Anthony, and today we're going to dive into a topic that resonates with everyone who feels like they're stuck, overwhelmed, or just simply dissatisfied with their life right now as it stands. And the theme of the discussion is you must renegotiate the terms that life has given you if you don't like the conditions in which you are in. Now, as we all know, that a recent solar eclipse just came and went, right? Or maybe for some, it's still going on. But either way, there's so many different meanings behind this solar eclipse that everybody believes in. I believe that with this solar eclipse, it's the ending of an old world and the beginning of a new one. And so with this new beginning that we have been blessed with, I feel as though it's important to renegotiate the terms and conditions that life has given you, so that way you can live your life by design and just not by default. So let's dive into what it really means, right? What does it mean you must renegotiate the terms that life has given you if you don't like the conditions in which you're in? So imagine this, right? Imagine life has a continuous series of like contracts, right? From the moment you're born, you're thrust into a world and you don't have really any say-so in how things operate in your world, right? You're just given these beliefs, these thoughts, you're given this socio-economic system, and you just grow up in that, right? But the difference between those things that you grow up in and the life that you are experiencing is that you get to renegotiate how you choose to live your life, despite the way that you may have came up. And I got 7 different topics, or should I say 7 different key steps to help you to renegotiate the contract between you and life. Reimagined. The first one we're going to talk about is self-assessment. Now, what is self-assessment? To change your conditions, you first need to understand them. Take stock of where you are in life. What works for you? What works for you, right? What works for you? What isn't working for you? And which parts of your life feel like they're dictated by someone else's rule? So self-assessment is so important in the beginning because you have to understand what is currently working for you and what is not working for you. And if you are operating under somebody else's conditions or rules, and how are they affecting you in your life, or how are they benefiting you in your life? So the first key to renegotiating your contract with life is that you must go through self-assessment. The second one is identifying the negotiables. Now, in any renegotiation, you need to know what can be changed. Some aspects of life are non-negotiable, such as the past or certain biological factors. However, your beliefs, your behavior, your goals, and your relationships are all open to change. So there are just some non-negotiables in your life, right? There's just some things that you know for a fact that they won't slide with you. Those are your non-negotiables. Now, there are certain aspects of your life that are negotiable, and you have to be able to identify those things in order to start making the changes that you desire in your life. The third one, envision the ideal terms. Envision the ideal terms. What does a fulfilled life look like for you? Define the values, conditions, and experiences that resonate with your true self. Be bold in your visions. This is about what you want, not what you think is possible, right? This isn't about just what you want or what you think you want, right? This is literally about what it is that you truly desire, right? You have to be able to clearly identify what a fulfilled life looks like for you. You have to be able to identify what this looks like and put it in notion, put it into work, put it into practice, and start doing the steps to help you start living that life that you say you desire. The fourth one, develop a strategy. Renegotiation requires a plan. How will you move from your current situation to your ideal one? This might involve setting new goals, acquiring new skills, or changing your environment. Create actionable steps towards change. So this is important too. In renegotiating, right? You have to have a strategy or a plan in place. You can't just say, oh, I want these things and not have a way to get to these things. You have to say, okay, I want these things. I want this life. This is the life I want to live. This is how I'm going to achieve those things. As you can see, I have a board right here, and I have all of my goals, my plans, my strategies, everything. I have everything on this board, and I follow it to a T. And anything that needs to be readjusted or changed, I do that as I'm going along my journey. But this is my guideline. This is my plan. And this is the contract that me and life have an agreement on, right? So you have to develop your own plan and your own strategy that fits the lifestyle that you desire. Number 5, communicate and assert. Sometimes renegotiation involves others. You may need to set new boundaries with people, ask for different responsibilities at work, or seek support for your changes. Be clear and assertive in communicating your new terms for living. Sometimes you just have to understand that you have to have the audacity to ask for what you want in life. You have to be assertive and clear about what it is that you truly desire. You have to be unshakable in your faith and in what it is that you truly want out of your life. And you have to know without any hesitation that this is how I want to live. These are the terms and conditions that I choose to agree to, and I will not accept anything less than that. Be adaptable. As you push against the old terms and establish new ones, be ready for resistance, both within yourself and from the world around you. Stay flexible and be prepared to make adjustments as necessary. Like I said before, I have this board right here, and everything on this board is what I go by. And as I go through my journey, things change, new things happen, old things go away. I make adjustments accordingly based on the goals that I set for myself. The plan changes, but the goal remains the same, right? The way you get to that goal, it can change, right? So you have to be adaptable with everything that you're doing and everything that you're going through. Anything that you say that you want to achieve, you have to be willing to adjust in order to have the necessary requirements to achieve that goal. And number 7, commit to the process. Renegotiation isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong process. Commit to continually evaluating and adjusting the terms of your life as you grow and change. So it's just like I said before, it's an ongoing cycle. It's not once you sign this contract, okay, it's done. You have to repeatedly check in to make sure that everything that you're trying to achieve is still on the same path, that you're still on the right path to achieving the thing that you say that you want to achieve, right? So you have to continuously come back to the table and say, okay, I know this is what we agreed upon. I just want to make sure that everything is still as it stands. Because sometimes you need to, renegotiate, right? Sometimes you need to sign a new one. It's like a contract that renews over a course of time, right? You come back to the table, you see if everything's still good, you re-sign, and then it's right back to business. If anything changes, hey, I'm going to make these adjustments. I'm going to change. I'm going to do this. This is what's new. And going to execute from there, right? So these 7 steps are the keys to help you to renegotiate the terms of your life if your conditions are not favorable. And I'm going to leave you with this to remember. The terms that life initially gave you were not chosen by you, but the power to renegotiate them is in your hands. You have the agency to shape your life's path. It's about taking responsibility for your happiness, your growth, and the impact that you have on the world. So, if you found this helpful in any way, I really want to know. Your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know, have you Have you ever successfully renegotiated the terms of your life? And what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them? You can share them down in the comments section below. And as always, thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. And I truly believe we do better when we grow together. So let's continue to grow with one another. And if you found this helpful, inspiring, or motivating in any way, shape, or form, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I publish another video. And also, the new merch is in the link below. What's the best that could happen? As you're going through this renegotiation phase in your life, you have to have a mantra that keeps you on the path that you're on. And this is a mantra that I use whenever I'm going throughout my life and going throughout my phases in life. What's the best that can happen? Now, we're always looking for the worst case scenarios in everything because it's prepare for the worst and expect the best, right? Or vice versa. But this mantra right here is literally just knowing that things can happen in your life, but still having the optimism and the fortitude to continue going forward. In other words, what's the best that can happen? What is the best possible outcome for me in this situation? So long as you continue to look for the best possible outcome in the situations that you face, you are always going to find them more favorable. You're always going to find things go in your favor more than they don't. So if that's something you believe in, well, check out the merchandise and go and get you some. The link is in the description below. I hope that you found this helpful, inspiring, and I hope that you're able to renegotiate the terms that life has given you if your conditions are not favorable. This has been another Paula Zay Talks. I'm Paula Zay. My bad. This has been another thought exercise with Paula Zay Anthony. And until next time, peace.
Artlist.io